Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. The third issue of the Call of Duty Zombies comic came out earlier this month, and when it came out, we already knew what the fourth issue was going to look like, because we get the bios and the covers early from the Dark Horse website, and now we have the fifth issue's bio and cover, and holy moly, things are getting interesting in the story, because at the end of the third issue, the crew, having made their way through Zero Base and interacted with an ethereal Sophia, very mysterious stuff, end up extracting the blood from themselves and then potentially fixing the world, which is hella interesting. The fourth issue's bio is as follows. I'm going to recap it so that you know whereabouts we're going to be after that issue has transgressed. Marlton, Misty, Russman, and Stuhlinger think they found a moment's peace, but the approaching horde of zombies is about to destroy that. Faced with the decision of fight or flight, the crew argues and splits up. When Maxis's emergency security measures are activated, will it be every man for himself? So that's what's going to happen in the next issue of the comic, which is releasing on April 19th, nominally. Who knows if they're actually going to stick to that release date, because they've delayed a couple of the issues in the past, but fingers crossed, April 19th would be the release date for that one. And then, in issue number 5, we've got the new cover, we've got the new bio. Let's take a look at it, because at this point in the story, like once we've gone through all of issue 4, we've got to be getting some answers, because there's only one more issue after issue 5. Issue 6 is the last one. So if we're going to be getting any answers to anything at all, it'll be in these sorts of issues, issue 5, issue 6. Those are the ones that are going to have the really juicy information in them. So, Call of Duty Zombies number 5. The Tranzit crew find themselves in an unfamiliar location, scattered and disoriented. And as they face a new type of enemy, it becomes clearer than ever that they need each other to survive. How cute. Stuhlinger and Russman aren't used to having teammates, but Misty and Marlton will have to convince them to band together if they all want to make it. Which, in my opinion, is, I suppose, a little interesting just because of the placement of the comic in the larger storyline as a whole. Obviously, the Tranzit crew were around and together, banded together for many a map in Black Ops 2, to the community's dismay, I think, a little, but it's interesting that they're saying here that they're not used to having teammates, as if they haven't been together in the past, even though, for some reason, at the beginning of the original comic, it shows them all teleporting in together, as if they have been together for a while, so it's a little bit unusual, but I'm sure that's something that we can suss out once we've actually got to the comic and have a bit more information about what's going on. And then the cover is, as people have, I suppose, predicted at this point, one of Misty. And let's just say this. Misty's jawline is strong as hell. Like, holy moly. But yeah, it pretty much follows on from the other comic covers that we have seen, as we sort of expected was going to happen. One thing that is interesting is this one's a fair bit brighter than the others, and so when you put it in the context of the other images, like the one above it, for example, is quite dark, and then this one is, I don't know, it's just brighter for some reason. But yeah, you've got Misty standing there with a pretty freaking huge gun, and you've also got Marlton's gun kind of poking in behind her as well. That's not a euphemism. Stop it. You've got Marlton's gun poking in behind her, but oh, Jesus Christ, what have I done? She's standing there looking like a boss, and the next issue is the really interesting one, because we have no idea who's going to be adorning its cover. Because at this point, we've had Russman first, we've then had Marlton, we've then had Stuhlinger, or rather we're going to have Stuhlinger in the next issue of the comic, then we're going to have Misty, but then, who's it going to be? Is it going to be non-zombie Richtofen? Is it going to be Al? Is it going to be Monty? Who? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below, because we've got the sort of zombie Richtofen dude on the first issue of the comic, so the last issue could be, I don't even know. Who knows who it's going to be, but it's exciting stuff, and I mean, as soon as we get the bio for the next issue, and as soon as we start getting into the actual next couple of issues, things are going to start getting really interesting. I mean, the fact that the freaking egg from Moon was in the most recent issue of the comic, I mean, what? Just why? And it's huge! It's bigger than a person! Like, you look at the perspective of that damn egg compared to the rest of the characters, and it's massive! Very peculiar stuff. I can't wait to figure out what the hell's going on in these damn issues of the comics. And if it's going to tie in with any DLC that Treyarch might be working on. I mean, if they are working on a DLC 5, maybe they're going to kind of interweave some of the story that they've got going in here with Zero Base, etc., with the stuff that they're currently making. I don't know, but that would be hella cool. So if Treyarch aren't doing that right now, here's a sort of hint in their direction to say, hey, Treyarch, you should probably get on that. That would probably be a really cool idea. So, I'm MrRoflWaffles. Thanks for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed the video, leave a like. That would be fantastic. One of those little thumbs up majigs. And I'll see you very soon in another Zombies video. Tally-ho. Bye-bye.